welcome to Metal Rules TV, where the underground meets the playground. I'm Josh Williams.
I'm Jeff Rappaport.
I'm Brian Biley.
Hey,
this is Metal Rules TV. We forgot that part.
No, I said that at the beginning.
Oh.
I said, hi, this is Metal Rules TV.
Oh, this is where the underground meets the playground. We say that?
I did say that. I'm glad you pay attention. Hey, while we're paying attention, we should find a guest for this episode, huh?
Sure. Do you know where we can find one? What's that? Who left that hat there?
Oh!
What's up?
Well, hey!
Hey!
Vocalist for Deadly Blessing, Faith Factor, and what else?
Obliterators, Igo, Metal Gods, Stage 3.
Welcome.
All
right.
What else? I think that's about it.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ski.
Yeah.
Ski.
What's
Three ladders.
SKI.
That's it.
That's right.
Thanks for coming out and playing in our little dumb games.
Thanks for the beer.
Okay. That was Jeff.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where should we begin? You want to start off?
Yeah, I'd like to start off.
Sure. I knew you would.
I started watching, on these guys' advice, this new Metal Evolution show. Have you been watching this? On VH1?
VH1 Classic. It's good stuff.
Yeah. Well, they had a power metal special.
They did.
Right. So I thought to myself, what was your roots in power metal, and what got you started into the power metal scene?
Well, I would have to say probably I went to the Kiss concert, Dynasty Tour, 1981. Some band called Judas Priest was opening up. I didn't know who they were. You know, I was a big Kiss fan. And I seen this guy come out, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to be like. So it was Judas Priest first, then I would say Iron Maiden, then Queensryche.
Nice.
And then everything else just falls in between. But that's pretty much where power metal kind of grabbed me.
No, were you, at that time, were you like, I'm going to do music? Or was it like, everything clicked for like, this is exactly what I want to do? You know what I mean?
Well,
obviously you were into music, you were at a Kiss concert, but
yeah, I was
like, that's what I wanted to do.
I was into music from the age 15, in and out, you know, little garage bands and stuff. I fell into being a singer by accident, actually.
Oh, really?
My friend was the drummer, and I was like the drum tech, and you know, one night in the garage, the singer couldn't make it, and they're like, "Dude, can you sing?" I'm like, "I think so." I'm like, "Yeah, what?" He goes, "Can you sing some Ted Nugent?" And I'm like, "Yeah, all right. What do you want me to sing?" And they're like, "Wang Dang Soon Poon Tang." I'm like, "All right." So they gave me the lyrics. I got up there and I sang, and ever since then, that's when I wanted to be a singer.
Nice.
Yeah.
I actually had heard, I don't know if this is true or not, if it's through the grapevine, but speaking of Judas Priest, did you actually audition for Judas Priest?
No, actually when Rob Halford left, they were searching for a singer, and I put a press package together, and I sent it out to Jane Andrews, or Julie Andrews, I think her name is, the management, and I did get a letter back of rejection.
Oh,
okay.
Thanks for sending your stuff.
Yeah.
My heart was broke.
Yeah.
I'm like, darn, okay. I guess I wasn't good enough or wasn't what they were looking for. So at the end of that, I sent another press package because, you know, I'm just a glutton for punishment.
Sure, why not?
And I got a rejection letter again. So I got turned down twice. So.
I've got plenty of them from like comic book companies. It's
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. So.
I got plenty of those from dates before my So I press packet out, and they were like, nah. We don't think this adds up. No, this is
You're not a good fit.
Yeah.
But once I heard Ripper Owen say, you know, he was fronting a Judas Priest tribute band called British Steel, and I was like, wow, all right, they got the right guy. Either him or Ralph Schiefers, I thought. Probably should have gotten it. But I never actually got to audition. You know what I mean?
They're fools.
Just
missed out.
Just rejection letters.
Oh.
Could have let them come by, just show up for meet
Yeah.
the guys.
But you had Deadly Blessing did well for a while there, right?
Yeah, Deadly Blessing.
Album.
Deadly Blessing did well in the underground. You know,
In the underground, right.
Mainly over in Europe. I mean, metal was huge in Europe, and that's where we kind of stayed alive. You know, they kind of called us the '80s heavy metal cult band. You know, it was like that one album.
Right, Ascend from the Cauldron.
Right, Ascend from the Cauldron.
I got my notes.
You're good, man. Yeah, 1988.
That's in my notes too.
1988, man.
That's a couple of years ago. It's cool.
But you actually recently, not recently, it was about 6 years ago, you played Bangerhead? Was it Bangerhead?
No, Keep It True Festival.
Oh, Keep It True Festival.
Yeah, it was Bonnie's Rocks reunion. It was where it all originated from. All the members from Deadly Blessing were able to attend, except for Tony was the only one that couldn't attend. And there was a writer there. His name is Mark Roman. He worked for
I know Mark.
Brave Words and Bloody Knuckles.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So after we get off stage, he had said, "You guys got to go play Germany. You got to get to Europe." And we're like, "Hook us up, man. give us some contact names, and we'll do this thing." And Nick from Doro, Nick Douglas, Nick Mitchell at the time, he had connections also, and we all got serious about it. And we're like, "Yeah, but we're only going if it's the original members." So we called Tony up, and he's like, "Yeah, let's go do it, man. Yeah, why not? Let's go. What do we got to lose?" Yeah. That was 2004, and then we went over and played Keep It True Festival. We played with, trying to think, Overlord, a lot of the big underground bands, Torch from Sweden.
Because there were a shitload of people there, though.
Agent Steel. Yeah, the first festival was about 1,000 to 1,200 people.
Cool.
And that was in 2004. That was great, man. We had a ball. It was, you're like a metal god over there.
Yeah.
They just, really, you were just like,
yeah.
It's their religion.
I saw the video. It looked like they knew the lyrics and everything.
They know the lyrics to the songs, and it's crazy. Even like a song that was on a demo that never even got on a record.
Wow, really?
They knew the words.
The fans, yeah.
Yeah. So it was really cool. 2004 we went as a reunion. We went back in 2005, and then things didn't work out. We were writing a new record, and it just, to be honest, it wasn't Deadly Blessing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't be a part of this. Mm-hmm. It's Deadly Blessing, the band members, but it wasn't
not the same.
It wasn't
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
There were so many different influences that came into what it was.
Yeah. You think there's too much time in between?
Too much time.
Yeah,
just too much time in between everybody's different experiences and what everybody else was into. Mm-hmm. I sang the same style to what they would write, but it was just wasn't that next album after Ascent from the Cauldron had to be something special. Yeah. And it just wasn't there. So we went back in 2005 and we played again. We actually played 6 of the new songs that we wrote live. See how they would go over. And people were receptive to it. Sure. And that was cool. And then I got in another power metal band called Faith Factor, and we were invited back in 2008 and played into a bigger crowd, and that was really cool. Nice. Yeah.
Well, speaking of Faith Factor, is it tougher for a Christian-themed band to break through in metal?
Absolutely. When I was back in Germany in 2005, Faith Factor was kind of forming. I was kind of like doing a little side project. Mm-hmm. And I had a demo with me, and I let the promoter, I said, "Look," I said, "it's still power metal." I said, "We just sing about God and spiritual things." Mm-hmm. And they loved it. They're like, "Oh, we don't care as long as it's metal, Steve. We don't care."
That's good.
We played that on the show.
So it's really cool.
On the radio show, we played Faith Factor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when we went back in 2008, Faith Factor, we played with Ronnie Nasty Savage, Girl School, Flotsam and Jetsam.
Nice.
Some pretty big hitters.
Sure.
But it went over well. I made sure we at least did one song from Deadly Blessing.
Nice.
With Faith Factor. We did Delivers from Evil.
Yeah,
and the place went nuts.
Awesome.
And the place went nuts. But it was great. And they were very respectable and responsive to what I was doing at the time.
Yeah, I thought along the same lines that it must be tough for any band with a Christian theme or overtone, especially with metal is kind of associated with the darker elements of the universe.
Right.
How well it's kind of received and all that. Was there any actual you guys
actually
have any confrontation with it? Just people not being responsive or people saying, "You know what, we like the music." But
not when I was in Faith Factor. When I was in Deadly Blessing.
Oh really? Yeah. Back
I had a Jesus shirt on or something when we were doing Delivers from Evil.
Yeah.
And I remember 4 or 5 guys right to the left of here. Jesus sucks. Jesus sucks. So what are you going to do?
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
there's just this one group of guys,
Sure.
So me, like a dummy, I get off the stage.
Oh, you just like, all
I
right,
get into the
screw
crowd.
it. Oh.
I got my arms, yo, what's up, brother? And they're like, yo, ski, yo. Then they forgot about what they were saying, you know?
Yeah.
So that was probably the only kind of confrontation we've ever had.
That's good.
Yeah, so it was kind of neat.
Nice.
Now, on your own, you left both Deadly Blessing and Fear Factory. And Fear Factory.
Fear Factor.
With Joe Rogan?
Faith Factory, yeah.
Let's set the...
Not Fear Factory. Faith Factory, sorry.
I get to set the record straight, just like I did in Germany.
Okay.
I'm going to set the record straight here. I didn't leave Deadly Blessing. I got kicked out.
Oh.
Now, why is that?
Because we were supposed to go on tour with the Queensryche and play for 6 months.
Sounds like a good deal.
Okay? So I left my union job. I had the long hair. Months were going by. I left my job.
Right.
I had car payments. I had things that
Bills.
need to be paid for. I had bills. I'm like, guys, is this going to happen? Is this really going to happen or what?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. You know, you better go try and get your job back. So my future father-in-law, I went back and said, please give me my job back. We're not, you know. So I got my job back, but I worked in a factory that made steel drums. Okay? And between 3 ovens, my job was to pull the steel drums off of the conveyor, stick them on the paint booth, and then roll in. Long story short, it's the middle of August. I got long hair. I'm sweating. I'm dying. So I decided I'm just going to shave my head. Screw it. You know, I can't take this heat anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm living with the band. Next thing I know, I was down in the basement, and I seen photocopies of my lyrics. I'm like, what's this all about?
Interesting. Yeah.
So I lived with them. You know, I lived with Tony's mom and dad. We all lived together. And the manager says to me one day, he goes, you know, if it was up to me, you'd be out of this band.
Whoa.
And I'm like, why? Well, you don't look like a heavy metal singer now. You look like a hardcore dude.
That's horrible.
So I said, all right, I get it. I get it. So I packed my stuff up, and I left.
Oh, well.
That was Deadly Blessing.
Yeah. Because you shaved your head.
Because I
Oh,
didn't,
because of
I didn't have the heavy metal image anymore.
It was 10 years too early.
Exactly.
Now I know that.
Exactly. Exactly. I look like a
Have to wait
hardcore
for
singer. I look like,
someone
you
to
know,
open.
Black
Maybe.
Flag or Pantera or whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
Now you'd be a weirdo if you had long hair.
Right. So that's what happened. And I called Tony on it. When we were in Germany, we were getting interviewed. And we're in a big circle. And they said, Tony, they said to Tony, why did Ski leave the band? And Tony was like, well, you really want to know the truth? And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, yeah, I would like to hear the truth about this. And he told the story, and he's like, yeah, man, we should have never did it, man. We probably could have got farther, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. Just water under the bridge.
Sure.
Because that Queensryche thing never happened then.
No, it never happened.
No.
That's a
It never
shame.
happened.
That'd be a great bill.
How important a role does a goatee play in offsetting a bald head?
What do you mean?
Question.
What do you
Well,
mean?
like guys that are bald have goatees.
What's the question now?
How important a role is a goatee in offsetting the bald head?
Well,
Seems like it's fairly important for bald guys.
not really. That's not really important. I just think it gives a more meaner look.
Yeah.
You know? Like Rob Halford. I mean, Halford's got the big old goat going there.
Yeah.
I would never go that far, you know. See, I can get away with it now, you know,
Yeah.
because there's bald singers out there, Ralph Schieffer, you know, and they're all high range singers, so it's cool, you know.
It's like a Steve Austin thing.
Yeah, there you go. I get that. I get that sometimes. Actually.
On an important subject, when's the last time you got juicy?
What?
Juicy. Is this like a sex question or like a drunk question?
You interpret it as you think.
It's a Jeff question.
Oh wow.
You can answer anything. And
Saucy,
it's not
juicy.
wrong or right.
I don't know how to answer that. You can answer it 2 ways. Last time I got drunk or last time I got sex. What do you want?
Could have been the same time.
Share one of them with us.
Last weekend, okay, I don't know.
All right, well, guess what? We're going to be back in a minute or so, and we'll talk more with Ski.
Cool.
Maybe he'll talk more about Juicy, maybe not. See you soon.
All right, thanks.